All right, y'all. Lord have mercy. I'm gonna try to maybe post this video first. Y'all bear with me. Oh, look at that. Look at that when you got these fandango camera. Okay. So I want to sit here and talk to y'all a minute. I'm still harvesting. Oh, and I'm saying still cause I started making a video showing y'all what I was gonna do with these, how we're gonna do these peppers and things before this next freeze. Cause this next freeze gonna be kind of serious. But I really think I'm gonna end up posting this video first. And this is what I wanna share with y'all. This thing got brand new fruit sets all over. This don't make no sense. Look at all them little peppers. If you have not grown a Scotch bonnet and you struggle with peppers, maybe you should try. Anyway, y'all, I want to plead with y'all. This coming gardening season, and you don't have to do what I'm doing, but I'm going to plead with y'all to do something different. And this is what I mean. Let me just show you. Look over in there. This is a 5-gallon bucket. It's halfway full of peppers. I got another 2.5-gallon bucket over there. I'm not through yet. I still got peppers over there. And then I think I'll be through once I get the peppers over there. And it's not a ton over there, but I see a bunch of fruit sets though. Y'all, I want to impress upon you to, number one, try your best to start with good seed. That's number one. Number two, don't just plant one seed. Don't just plant one seed. If you got a lot of seeds, for instance, if you got seeds from me, generally, I give you a good amount of seeds. Plant at least 10. Now, don't do like I did, because this is probably 10 peppers right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, so it's 8 peppers in this one tire bed. That may be a little excessive. But I just want to show you the amount of production, though, in this small space. Y'all see them peppers, don't it? Just, I mean, and hell, I done picked. I've been picking. I've been low down out here picking. So, once your stuff come up, because I'm going to be honest, the way this happened is, I took maybe 2 or 3 of the pepper, like when the Scotch bonnet peppers, see, can I find this one in here? So when they get red like this, I'll get them. And it's a bunch of seeds in there. I had 2 of them. I let them dry, completely dry out. The whole pepper. I didn't even cut it or nothing. Didn't take the seeds out and dry nothing. Let the whole pepper dry. That's what I did. And you don't have to do that. You can take the seeds out. I did it the lazy way. Once I let the whole pepper dry, that little ball of seed with a whole pepper, I just took it and just, crushed it up because it was dried. It turned into powder. And the seeds and everything just fell out in the bed. Now, you know how they say when you get mold on your seeds or whatever, they won't germinate or they won't do whatever they be saying. Some of them peppers had mold on them. So I'm thinking to myself, well, these seeds, well, the seed part had mold, not the outside. The inside, I didn't see it until I broke it open. And I said, well, them probably ain't going to germinate, because they say that when you get mold on your stuff, you won't germinate. So that's why I sprinkle so many. I said, well, if it's 50 seeds in there, one of them ought to come up. And then I got another one. That one didn't have no mold. And when that stuff germinated, every doggone one of them almost, I had to have, if I sprinkle 50 seeds, I got 25 plants. So that's 50% germination. But out of that, look at what I got. Look at all this. This don't even make sense. So don't always follow what they say about these different planting recommendations and stuff, because I don't know who's giving those recommendations, but I don't believe they know what they're talking about, because I don't follow none of them rules. None of them. Don't plant your stuff. If I can see dirt, I don't like it. I'm sorry. I want to see green. I just want to see lushness. I don't want to see no dirt. Y'all see how my stuff grow. You get to the point where you can't even tell what I'm growing in. You can't see the ties. You can't see nothing. That's where I like it. I want abundance every which way I turn. And for the life of me, I want y'all to have the same type of abundance. Especially when, honestly, y'all, this was not that hard. I throwed the seeds down. I watered them in, and I made sure they stayed moist until they came up. And let me say this, another thing that I did. Now, I don't recommend this if you got a short season. If you got a short season, do not do what I'm about to tell you. I direct sold these. I did not sow them somewhere and then bring them out here. I have a tendency to, I don't harden stuff off good. And I have a tendency to kill stuff like that. I'm supposed to take it back in and do all this and hell out of forget it and stuff die. So, you know, and I want to show y'all these peppers. These were those, I call them sweet tart peppers. They got a sweetness to them, but then they got a hotness to them too. I tried them on camera. They good, but Lord have mercy, it'll take your breath away if you're not prepared. And these came from some seeds that I saved. I think these were some those little bitty orange ones. I think they crossed with the Scotch bonnet, but I'm not completely sure. All I know is these suckers here, they got a good flavor to them. When you cook with them, the heat mellows out. I like that about them. And I got a whole bunch of them off of those peppers. But y'all just try something different and try something new. And then I also want to say this too. A lot of people was talking about the peppers don't look like the frost has gotten to them, this, that, and other. And I covered them. But I want to say this. Also, when your stuff is planted close, it does two things for you. It will, when it's super, super hot, it'll help shade the ground. Because like I said, I don't like to see no dirt. Well, the plants will help shade the ground and keep the soil a little bit more moist. Now, you want to mulch and stuff, because around here, June, July, we don't get no rain, and it's 245 degrees. You know, it's just ridiculous. But you want to, and in the wintertime, it helps to insulate. You have it helps to stop some of this wind just blowing through here. Like the wind isn't gonna, if it freezes anything, the wind will touch this stuff on the edge, but your stems and stuff down in the middle, your plant is still there. Even if this dies, you cut it off and your plant will keep living. So it acts as insulation, and it also acts to shade itself. So stuff ain't just blazing in the sun. That does help you. Helps keep your soil moist, so your roots and stuff can stay cooler and a little bit, you know, because water is the vehicle to help the you know, nourishment, mineral stuff get up into your plants. But yeah, y'all, this is crazy. I came on here because, let me go get this other bucket. I want to show y'all. Y'all, this is all Scotch bonnet. All the way to the top. This is a 2.5 gallon bucket. This bigger bucket is a 5 gallon bucket. Y'all, I'm not through. I'm not through. I'm really not through. I'm gonna turn back this way, because I hadn't even gotten started over here. And then I thought to myself as I was doing this, Like I said, a freeze is coming, a more significant freeze than what we've been getting. And I said to myself, well, wait a minute, let me run an experiment. See, don't just always do what you always do. Do what you do, but also look for opportunities to do something different and to try something different. And what do I mean by that? So I had every intention, because when I started coming through here and getting peppers off, I had every intention of just, I'm gonna clip all these peppers back. And like I said, y'all stay tuned for the video, because I'm gonna show you. I did it to some, but then something say, wait a minute, leave room. Because I thought about it when I had all this stuff covered, because I've never had this amount of success covering stuff, and we really hadn't been down cold, but I still had never had this amount of success. So I said to myself, self, what if all of these leaves and canopy and foliage help insulate and act as a windbreak to the stuff way down in the interior? Because if you want to save your plant, it ain't so much about the canopy, it's about the interior, because it'll grow new roots from the stem. You don't necessarily need all this. So what if I'm cutting all this back, and then I'm actually gonna cause some of my plants to and I accidentally broke that limb. I wasn't trying to do that, but it is what it is. We have some casualties of war. But what if I cut all this, and then I'm actually, because I thought about it before, it seemed like I did this before, tried to cut peppers back and all this, and it looked like the wind just went straight through them and still killed them all, the killer roots and everything. So I said to myself, let's try this. Let's cut stuff back in some areas, and in other areas where the stuff is really dense, let's leave and say, well, maybe if we leave it, like I said, I may lose all these leaves, but if the stems stay, and if the stems come back, especially, I'm gonna be honest and tell you, on these fish peppers, I really want to try to preserve these fish peppers, which is why I'm glad they're way down at the bottom in the middle, because that way I know that they're going to be the most protected, because they're the furthest down in here. Y'all follow me? So, and I don't see a ton of peppers, because I have gotten a lot of these peppers. I don't see hardly any Creola Cella. I see one over there. The Creola Cella, once it got some nice fish pepper. Once the Creola Cella got cold, it quit putting on bloom. So that's something I noticed about it. It's not gonna continue to put on bloom. So some of these peppers, we got a couple of days before the freeze come, and some of these peppers I'm gonna leave. Some of them I'm gonna leave, but like I said, most of this canopy, most of this canopy I'm gonna end up leaving, y'all. Y'all, look at Chris over there. Look at him. Chrissy! Hey, buddy, say hello. You licking your feet? Okay, put your feet down. Nobody wants to see you lick your little corn chips. Okay. Let me see here, y'all. Okay, that's better. I can hold it better like this here. So, y'all, we gonna see what it do. Some of these tomatoes I'm gonna let them try to get a little more color on them today. It's gonna be, it's a decent temperature today and tomorrow. But a lot of this stuff, y'all. But yeah, y'all got to try and try something a little different. Try something a little different. See, and like I said, y'all see how that plant, it was way down, kind of tucked down, and it's putting on fruit. Look, I forgot about this one. God, man, I got so many. Y'all, what am I gonna do with all these peppers? Somebody asked me that question. Do you want some peppers, ma'am? Yeah. I mean, here I am. Every video has turned into me picking a peck of unpickled peppers. And I don't even know how much a peck is, but I'm sure y'all look at this here. These tomatoes still going. I'm gonna try to figure a way to get this up off the ground and maybe put it up in there, cause I think it'll be protected better. See how this, the edge, all that got frost damage. Let me see. Look at that. I know y'all gonna say, what? It'll be all right. That stuff will grow toward the sun. Look at this. This why you have volunteers. Wait, I done turned. This why you have volunteers. Look at all these tomatoes on the ground. Look at this. Let me just throw all them in there. When I tell you I'm gonna have a bunch of these tomatoes coming up. Golly, look. Look at all this. I mean, all on the ground. Let me tell you something now that the frost done touched them. Some of these done busted over. That busted. I ain't finna fool with that. That got empty. Okay, y'all. Okay, y'all. This is much better. I don't know what happened. It's much sweeter. And actually have tomato flavor to it. Before it didn't. Before, it was just acidic and sour and bitter. But now it's got a little sweetness to it. And the little walls of the tomato is pretty thick. It get about the size of the biggest ones have been about the size of a golf ball. But most of them be about, like a little smaller. But this is a cherry variety. I'm going to let all them volunteers, I'm going to leave them in there. They're going to come up. I'm going to grow that again next year. Maybe if I started them things late and blah, 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 blah. I'm going to let them come up. Is it a nerd in here that ain't? Look at me. Now I'm hungry. Yeah, y'all. They're actually pretty good. That's my third taste test, y'all. Okay, so I'm gonna throw that in there too. When you taste something the first time, don't just throw the baby out with the bath water. Taste that sucker again. Cause that third, I like that. But like I said, this year I really want to keep these peas because y'all, I love me some doggone sugar snap pea. I can't lie to you. But yeah, y'all, I just want to stress to you, do something different, try something different. If it don't work out, it's okay. It's a learning experience. Because if this don't work out and all this stuff end up dead, then I know that, what I did didn't work. You know what I'm saying? It's not the end of the world, but at least I know. But let me show y'all the full and complete harvest. Get in the sun where y'all can see. There's half a 5-gallon bucket. And that's a full 2.5-gallon bucket. So I got the one bucket out thinking I had enough. And it wasn't enough. So yeah. I hope y'all learned something. If y'all got any questions, concerns. Oh, let me say this right quick too. Your tomatoes. If it hasn't been below freezing in your area, keep growing your tomatoes. I done said it a million times. I don't have no idea why people pull tomatoes and it ain't below freezing. The frost kills them. Not just the cold, the frost. Now, I covered these up. It's been 20, 28, 2 or 3 times. 28 degrees. And for those of you on the other side of the pond that may be working with Celsius, you have to translate that to whatever that's supposed to be. But yeah, y'all leave your tomatoes alone. Let them make. Sometimes just let them do. But if it ain't been below freezing, in my opinion, ain't no reason to pull them. They're gonna keep on making. It's in the summertime when they quit setting fruit. And people want to shoot. If any time to pull them then when they quit setting fruit. But I wouldn't pull them then, because if you wait till the heat gone, they'll go back to setting fruit. You know? So I'm going to kind of look over these peppers one more time. And I keep finding them. And but yeah, y'all do something different this coming growing season. And stay with me and see how this stuff lasts. Because like I said, in a week, we finna get some foolishness. It's finna be some foolishness in a week. I'm just here to tell you. And then I'm gonna show you, look here. Garlic. That's that elephant garlic, people. And like I said, just plant your stuff. It'll grow up through there. You ain't got to, y'all kill me. Y'all be like y'all scared or something. Don't be scared. I ain't never scared. Y'all remember Bone Crusher? Don't be scared. Who said that? Said that in a movie, I believe. Don't be scared. But see, look here. Your garlic and stuff will come up. Just plant your stuff. And leave it. And leave it alone. And don't worry about it. But yeah. So until next time, see you guys later.